Hi there, friends. Jen Neesit here, and we are mastering the mundane. We are on a journey to master the slight edge is what we're doing, and this is our chapter 11 review, Mastering the Slight Edge. Today we have a lot to cover. We're talking about mastery. We're talking about closing the gap. We're talking about the deceptive majority, and we're talking about funerals. So here we go. Let's think back to when you started to walk, right? Most of us maybe don't remember that ourselves, but we remember when our children first started to walk. We took that first step. We made a decision, and we put ourselves on a determined path to walk. We pulled ourselves up, and we took our first step, and we fell. And we pulled ourselves back up, and we took our second step, and we fell again. Were you a master of walking the moment you decided that you were going to walk? No, you were not. But you didn't let that stop you. You had made a decision, and you had a philosophy of steadfast determination. You were going to do it. Well, what happens to us along the course of our life? You guys, we get too grown up to realize that you're going to fall down. However, if you have a shift in your philosophy and you understand the moment you take that first step on your journey to healthier living, you're on the track to mastery. And you expect that you're going to fall down, and you're going to fall short, and you're going to mess up, and you're going to get hurt, and you're going to let people down, and whatever fill in the blank you want to fill in, you still are on the road to mastery the moment you make a decision that you're going to start. So that was the first concept that he talked about. Realizing that mastery is not some end goal, it's a process, and you have to keep falling down to get yourself there. When you start, when you act, when you take that first step, you're on the road to mastery. The next topic that he presents in this chapter is closing the gap. Closing the gap from where you're at right now in your life to where you want to be. Well, for the majority of us, that gap can feel huge. It can feel overwhelming, and maybe even our fear is what's holding us back. The only way you're going to overcome that, ladies and gentlemen, is to shift your mindset and to get a burning desire in your heart that you can get there. Shifting your mindset and allowing yourself to go for your dreams. You have to realize it's going to be uncomfortable. You also have to realize that when you take that first step onto a journey towards living your dreams, the majority of people, in fact 19 out of 20, are not going to go with you. So when you take that first step, you're going alone. You're going to feel like you're going at it alone. And you may be met by naysayers, and you may be met by even people close to you who don't understand, who have negative things to say. And you know what? It doesn't matter. He presents the final concept about what he realized about funerals. As he was preparing to go in and to do a sales call, he picked up an article and he read some very disturbing statistics. At funerals, 1 in 3 people will cry. At funeral, that's the average statistics. 1 in 3 people will cry. Oh no, I said it wrong. About 10 people cry. At the average funeral, about 10 people cry. The number one factor that determines whether or not people will go to a funeral, it's the weather. So, if you're going to get to the end of your life and only 10 people are going to cry, and half of them are going to decide not to come because it's raining, stop spending so much time worrying about what other people think. If 95% of the people are not going to live out their dreams, stop caring about what they think and what they say. And that is so much easier said than done, but it requires that mindset shift. Mastering the slight edge philosophy, realizing that the moment you take the step, you're on the road to mastery. You're probably going to go it alone and have naysayers, but who cares? If you have that burning desire in you to live life on purpose, you're going to get there with the vision. So the essential points of chapter 11 are Mastery begins the moment you step onto the path. Failure begins the moment you step off the path. Wanting is uncomfortable, yet wanting is essential to winning. And there are two ways to close the gap between where you are and where you want to be. Number one, you can let go of where you are and be drawn to your goal. Or number two, you can let go of your goal, hit snooze, and stay where you are. And finally, chances are good that when you step out onto the path of mastery, you will step out alone. Thanks for following our Slight Edge journey. Talk to you soon.